Nina me pasitiki. Welcome. Saradaka sarana makasara ninya Casey. There's so many amazing energies just passing through, being passing through. Saradaka sarana makasara ninyaka. So on this wonderful day, I will share all these things with you, okay? Sarana meaka sadiako saina makasara tikeme. This past weekend, there have been so much energies passing through. So many energies passing through this past weekend. Saradabeka saranena makasiki of healing. Saradaka saranena makasiki. In a very gentle way, yet very powerful. Saradaka saranena mapaka saranikinyaka. So this is what we're diving into today, okay? Saranama baka saradikisia meka. So welcome everybody. Thank you to being here. Yes, exactly. I was talking to one of my yoga students this morning after class, and she's like, so many energies of healing, yes. And tuning in into these divine energies is just part of us, really, because these energies are part of us, right? So I was tuning in into the field this morning to see what was going on and what was speaking really loudly. It came to my awareness that so beautiful. Let me try to put this into words. So what happens is that the most divine portal transformation is within us. And this is really happening. Tomorrow is a 222 portal. And there is just like such a shift in consciousness that's happening, but is in a way has been planned, okay? It has been planned by our ancestors. So every single being that has walked this planet and was enlightened or was a master or just leading from the heart, teaching and really helping others to tune in more their instrument, right? Your being is an amazing instrument. At times you got to tune it in a little bit. At times it feels like when it's out of balance, like it's out of attunement. So then slowly you tune it in back in to tune in into the divinity itself that we are, life force energy. And so all these masters, each of them open up these portals. And this is happening for like eons, right? So each person that has walked this planet and created some kind of shift of consciousness in their own way created this portal transformation within their being, okay? But because we are now separate from one another, this portal of creation and awakening has been happening within us all. Because if we were to just kind of swim within our being, we can find like every single person that has led some kind of revolution of consciousness here, okay? And so, because you are an amazing library of experiences, not just your personal experiences, but like the experiences of us all, okay? So imagine every ancestor and every master, every enlightened master that has been in this planet, putting like little seeds and created this portal transformation for themselves and others, right? So they all did this individually, but because we are so connected and there's no separation within us, this portal is within each of us, and then they got together. So if one had this portal here and the portal here and the portal here, what happened was that because again we're connected, it just went like this. And so immediately, as the years passed by, this portal got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So now this portal is within you, it's within all of us. And there's this massive opportunity of just like swimming, jumping into this portal to experience yourself. So this past weekend has just been like growth and growth and growth and growth and growth. But it's almost like we have been preparing for this, and the beginning was like, bam, here it is. But now it's like a little more gentle, because now with these energies of tomorrow, the portal of tomorrow, there's even a massive portal that opens up, and again it's within you, okay? This portal is within you, that is connected to every single portal of transformation that every single elder has created because of their teachings, because of tuning in into their divine love. And so here it is, this amazing opportunity to get to know yourself in such a deeper way. The leap of faith, like it feels like it's like the biggest leap of faith yet in humanity. And it's just like, oh, it's so divine, you guys, when I'm feeling, and it's just like, I hope you can feel the transmission of the energy passing through, because like words don't even cut it to say these kinds of things. And now here comes, okay? So things that are now vibrating with you, of course, just like normally is shedding, right? But now, like, it's time to put things into peace. It's time to put your past into peace. And I know like a lot of times these messages come through, but it's especially, you know, things that happened to you as a kid, things that were not resolved, you know. And so like the more that you put those at peace, the more that you can actually swim inwards into this amazing portal and just receive. It's almost like we're jumping and swimming in this amazing like ocean of transformation, of divine love, that it cleanses you. It cleanses you and it activates your DNA and brings this remembrance of all your gifts. So imagine just like I mean, what is coming through right now is like a baptism. You know, I'm not very religious in that kind of sense, so like the baptism and things, but like there is this element of the water, that the water represents this like the rebirth of this being, right? So it's just like when you swim into divine waters and just submerge in the water and cleanse yourself as you are just welcoming the new you and preparing yourself for the new journey. So that's exactly what is happening within the being. But first, okay, like the things that are not in peace, the things that are still tension within yourself, with yourself and others, they gotta be made at peace. That doesn't mean like, okay, go call everybody that you have like some kind of problem with, you know, like if you feel like the call to do that, of course, go ahead. But it's more about like within you, okay? So if somebody harmed you and this happened when you were 8 years old or something, or 5 years old, and just like writing it down and say like, you know, I'm okay with that, because here comes the part of like the traumas that like in a way disempower you and made you feel like you were the victim. So if you have all that victim mentality within your being, it's gonna be a little bit difficult to like swim into this pool of cleansiness and consciousness to just receive and vibrate higher. And so like here it is, you know, using these traumas as like the access point for more you. And again, it does not take like it's not invalidating all your feelings, okay? This never does. But you're shifting from one being to another being as you're swimming into this pool of consciousness and this pool of like the renewal yourself, this rebirth, okay? Like you are like cleansing and letting go of that cape that is not yours, of those layers that are not longer yours, because the true being itself is not a victim. The true being is a creator. It's an empowering energy. You know, it's the creativity. It's like the creation itself, like life itself. So here is that opportunity for you to just kind of like take a step back from your own puzzle one more time and see like, and the thing that is coming through right now is like your dreams. You're even putting into peace many things in your dream, in the dream space. So if you've been having very funky dreams or very just like very vivid dreams, this is like something that like your being is so powerful and is so intelligent, and it knows what to do. So like you have been preparing for this transmission, for this transformation, for swimming into this pool of consciousness, that this portal of tomorrow, it is for us, you know? So it's almost like this black hole, but like when we see a black hole, we think that there's like destruction and stuff, but no, it's a new womb. It's a womb of you again, you know? So like you're crossing this threshold and you're swimming into the womb to just receive and to cleanse and to elevate. So like take the time, you know, take the time. It's just like the energies are just supporting us, and they are supporting you. And the beautiful thing again is that you've been calling upon this, all of us, like even our ancestors, they like worked in a way on themselves, you know, on their teachings to create this shift of consciousness that is happening right now. And so here it is, that's the opportunity of just like in a way sitting back and be like, thank you for doing this for me, because you know, in a way you didn't know I was going to exist, but you knew that you were doing all this work for the ones to come, and the ones to come right now are us, and you. And so here it is. And we continuously do this work, imagine the people that will like have this kind of experience 100 years from now. It will be like completely different from us, but they will feel our support. But this is exactly what is happening, the support of all the ancestors in this like womb of transformation that is happening in this portal of tomorrow. It's like every single ancestor is around, their energies, their support, their love. And it's just like sitting in a circle, just like in a ceremony. If you have ever sat in a plant medicine ceremony, when you begin in a circle, everybody's just there. Everybody's witnessing each other. Everybody's connecting, and everybody is putting more into this kind of like portal or transformation for everybody else, not just the ones sitting in the circle. They're contributing to this portal. So eventually the portal gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is what is happening. All the ancestors have been sitting around in circle, like many of them, for us, holding the space, creating this woman transformation, just like with their own energies, also making this portal bigger and bigger and bigger in the form, not just that it can hold more of us, because remember, there's no limits in energy, but in this form of love, in the form of support, in this form of foundation for the new you. There's so many things that happen prior of a woman being pregnant, like the womb has to be ready. The womb has to be ready to like hold this new being that is forming. And so like the body of the woman also changes as it goes through the pregnancy. So this exact same thing of this portal of tomorrow, it has been preparing itself, okay? For years, you guys, for years, has been preparing itself to hold this revolution of consciousness. And that is access through you, within you. This portal is not out there somewhere, it's inside of you. So tune into this portal, because it's been calling. It's been calling for like, literally, I've been feeling it for months, but like most like recently this weekend, it's just been opening up more and opening up more. And like connecting with the elements, connecting with the sun can actually give you like a more direct access point, because the sun is the fire element in us, is that the spirit in us, is the guiding light. So if you honor the sun, if you just give it thanks for everything that it gives us, because it is because of the sun also that the crops are able to grow, and then we have food on the table. So whenever you just like, you honor it, it's almost like it directs you inwards into that, and honor it from really that space that you really want to honor it, okay? So it takes you straight into, that portal of transformation, that womb, the portal of tomorrow that is already being accessed right now. So it would be just your guiding light, and it will tune in your instrument, again, talking about your being as an instrument. It will tune it in. It will say, like, it will let you know, like what is at attunement and what can you really attune to go back into the centeredness, because it's a journey, it's a journey that you are like, again, swimming, into this portal. You're jumping into it. But at the beginning, it might feel, depending on where you are in your journey, that you're swimming against the current, because there's many things that are being cleansed off of you. There's many things that are being integrated. So here it is, the point of like paying attention, and again, paying attention to the dreams, because your being has been putting a piece with all these kinds of things that happened, because you're ready for this jump. You've been preparing for this jump. Oh, you guys, it's just like, oh, I have no words. Let me continue to like say what I'm feeling and see it, because it's just like, it's massive, and it's beautiful. And it's beautiful because it's just like, it's us, it's us. And all these energies, holy smokes, all these energies are just like solid. And it's just like, here it is. Take the leap of faith, because you're so supported. It's almost like when you jump off like a building or a cliff, and then you see like nothing. There's an abyss right there, but there's not. The ancestors are right there. Every single being that jumps into this portal, into this womb of transformation, is being held by their own ancestors of your lineage. And they are the ones that are holding you. And they're ones that are guiding you in this journey. And the ones that are just activating, like your DNA and the remembrance in you of their own powers, of their own abilities, so that you can come out of it and rebirth, have this rebirth process, and just be like, yes, this is it. This is what I'm doing. All right. So I invite you to, like, it's so important to do your own kind of ritual, whatever it is, to honor this portal, to honor that shift in you. This is for you. Of course, as you do this work, it also, like, is a ripple effect for all of us, but in your journey, you're the one that is the most important. So here is like do a ritual for yourself in whatever form it comes. It could be as simple as lighting up a candle, or it can be as simple as just lighting up your intentions and dancing your heart out to just connect and to celebrate this new rebirth process that is happening within you and is happening in, like, life itself, in this planet. Because without the celebration that happened many years ago with our ancestors, we wouldn't be here. They celebrated already the shift of consciousness. They knew it was going to happen. Just like we know, just that you feel within yourself, there's something really big is happening. And here, so for those that, there's different levels, right? So for those that, like, feel very stuck, for those that all the fear is coming through in a very strong wave, and like anxiety and all these things, it's because, again, like, there is this am I ready? Am I not ready? What do I do in this case? Can I actually jump? Because in a way they're, like, somewhat newer to the journey, but that doesn't mean that you cannot jump, right? Because, again, they connect with the sun energy. You connect with the sun energy as you're giving gratitude, and it will direct you exactly on what you needs to be balanced and tuned in your own instrument and your own being. And then there's those that are, like, like in the middle. They're kind of like feeling that are a little intense, but they're, like, dancing with these waves. And it's like the same thing for all of us, even the ones that are feeling it very gently. That doesn't mean, different waves doesn't mean the one is better than the other one. It's just the one that is dancing more gently with this and more at ease with it is because it already went through all the other waves, and learning to let go, learning to trust, and learning to kind of trust and just like this. Okay, so it doesn't mean that one is better than the other one. It just has more experience through these waves. Okay, but, like, it's just like, it's time. This is what I'm feeling. It's time, you guys, because, like, the support right now, in a way, is, like, ridiculous. It's just like, holy shit. Like, this is the jump. If you have been calling forth that shift within yourself, and trusting yourself and trusting your journey, and like, maybe shifting works or whatever it is that you're doing, I'm finding, like, a better partner for yourself that is in the same wave of you and dancing with these energies, or just tuning into you, period, to different deeper aspects of yourself. When you call upon this tomorrow, and you declare it, it's done. This is how amazing the energies are right now. So begin to set that up. Tomorrow is such an important day of celebration, of doing things for yourself, or doing this tiny, like, little ceremony. That doesn't mean that you're sitting there for 5 hours. It's as simple as 5 minutes, but taking that time for you, taking the time to say, like, I'm here right now, and I know I'm going into this journey, into this path. As I'm taking this leap, the leap starts within you. And it's like, yes, you're hopping, like, timelines. This is what is happening as we're really entering this portal, and we have been entering this woman transformation, because I've talked about this before. But as tomorrow hits, it's just like the merge of two timelines, of, like, the one that you're living right now and the one that you have been calling upon is there. The intersection is right there. And when you make that declaration tomorrow, at any time that it suits you, really, but the numbers that I'm seeing is 222, like, when you make that declaration tomorrow, you'll just jump into the timeline. You just jump. And of course, if there's fear that rises up, like it's normal, but no, it's normal because you're making that leap. And do it. If your being has been calling for this kind of experience within yourself, for this kind of growth, tomorrow is the perfect day to do it. And again, we've been leading up to tomorrow. Our ancestors have been opening up the space for all of us to be in this journey, for all of us. And again, it's all in you. That big portal when all the portals meet of every single ancestor and master that walk this plane, that portal is in you, and it's just like, yes, amazing. It's there. It's there. It's within you. So make that declaration. Make the declaration and let it hear it. Let the universe hear it. It's not something that you say like let me see, like I'm ready to experience myself. I'm ready to experience myself. Like I am ready to experience myself. You see the difference? One is kind of like hesitant and the other is just like, yeah. So literally say that out loud. Let the energies feel it. As we're entering into tomorrow, you're crossing that threshold, and any word that you say tomorrow is magic. As it is spoken words, like the speech, they're like magical spells, really. This is why my beautiful sister Cami said in the podcast that comes out this Wednesday about her journeys. Spectacular, by the way. But so they're magical spells. Imagine tomorrow. Tomorrow is that point where like you decide. Do I go in there or do I stay in this journey? Is tomorrow the space to really like just be like yes, or I don't know yet. Okay, so I hope it's yes for you and for all of us, really. Okay, so you say yes, and all the words that you say tomorrow, when you declare it, form that space of like, yes, this is me. Yes, I'm abundant. Yes, I'm powerful. Yes, I'm connected with my divinity. Yes, I'm a pure channel of energy. Like all these things, all your words tomorrow take effect into the new timeline that you're jumping into. So pay attention. This is why words are so powerful, you guys. Words are so powerful, especially tomorrow, because you're coming into that transition point, the intersection. And in the intersection, it is those words that will help you to jump into the timeline that you want to jump, okay? And as you jump into the timeline, again, be prepared, because the body has to get acclimated to the new energies, okay? So that means take care of yourself. That means that maybe you will feel more, or maybe not, maybe you will feel a little bit more sensitive, more irritated, because again, like the energies are still releasing and being integrated within you, or not. This just depends of how much you've been doing your work, and also how you work within yourself, But yes, it's time. This leap of faith is the one that is happening, is the one that will literally change so much. There's a reason why this portal is happening tomorrow. There's a reason why all this shit has been happening on our planet, to shake us up, to shake you within your core. As you are shaking outside, then it's a mirror of what's happening inside. Our cores have been shaken for a really long time, and it's shaken to like come back into the truth of you. So now tomorrow is that moment of like, yes, I welcome the new me, I welcome my new journey, and I'm ready. I mean, you have been ready anyway, and I know that you've been feeling it. Yeah. And there are so many. So what I'm seeing right now is really just like the elders, and like I've been telling you, like this masters all around this portal and this amazing womb. And there's so many magical beings right there, because they're real, they're real. They're so real, especially if you tune in a lot with the earth and you're connected with the fairies and the gnomes, like they are real. There's a reason why there's stories about them, and they're connecting. They are just putting their magical spells right there. They are connected with each of our systems. So whatever it is that you have been calling for, whatever it is that you lost as a kid, or you thought you lost as a kid, is coming back. And this is why it's important to make peace with anything that happens, especially in your childhood, okay? Especially in your childhood. Write it out, or just say, like, declare it, declare that I am at peace with everything that happened in my childhood. I am at peace with everything that happened in my childhood. And again, feel it. And I know, like, at times, like, the heart is like, ooh, can I really say that? Yes, you can. Because if you don't say, you're still in the victim role. You're still in the victim mentality, which this victim will not really allow you to cross over into this new portal, okay? Because those vibrations are not there. So, like, take the time to say those things. Take the time to cleanse it. Take the time to cleanse it. Take a bath. Take an herbal bath. That's just like, it's a really powerful way of using the water element and some kind of herbs to cleanse you. But it's the time. It's the time for you to just be you, How much longer do you need to wait until, like, to continue to be in the same cycle of, like, the victimhood and stuff, And I totally understand, because I also work with trauma. This is what I work with my clients with, and I work with trauma in myself too. It could be very challenging, but it's like, when do you make that choice of, like, literally saying yes to you? You go through all of that, and behind, in your sticky note and behind in your system is the power. Is that power and the strength of your core, of your being, of your divine essence that is leading you, is saying, yes, you can. Yes, you can. And even if it's difficult, yes, you can. And, like, I'm not gonna lie, it might be difficult, And again, it might not be difficult. So how would you know if you don't even try? But then trust me that after all the difficulty, when you get to a point in the journey, in the transformation, and you're awakening, what is just like, you're not longer, like, stressing out so much, or you're not longer in that mode anymore, in a difficulty stance, then you look at it and you're like, wow, thank you for that, because now I am here and I'm way powerful. I can feel my strength even more than I did before. And that's the journey. That's the journey of trusting. That's the journey of integrating. It's not all, like, butterflies and rainbows, and unicorns. Like, at times it could be, really, but it could be challenging. Trust me. The first 5 years of my Kundalini awakening was just about surviving and just being there. Like, I cannot even, like, tell you, like, how difficult the trances that I went through were, and all the cries, all the scream, like, all the cracking in my body, like seeing many things that happened in this planet and beyond. Like, it was challenging, and it like took my breath away and everything. But now I'm here, and I can tune into so many energies because of that, and I'm way more powerful in my being than I ever was before, because I went through that. Okay, I went through that. But again, that doesn't mean that you will go through that. It doesn't mean that it will be, like, super challenging for you like it was for me, because we have different journeys. But what it means is that, like, you have the power within you to do that. You have the power within you to do that. And it's time to honor that power, and it's honor the strength, and honor all the ancestors that open up the space for you, for me, for all of us to be here. All this transformation that's been happening, that, like, all the elders knew that it was going to happen. Just like some of us know what's going to happen also in the future. There's a reason why all these things happen the way that they did. And it's for your transformation. It's for our elevation. It's for the shift in consciousness. We gotta be shaken to the core to awaken something at times. Not necessarily, but at times. And now here it is, this point. Again, we have been working for this point almost all our existences, really, because we knew it was gonna come to this. And here it is, especially if you're in your 9th year of the 9-year cycle that we go through. Is that moment of, like, yeah, I'm hopping timelines because I'm ready. And we're all ready in our own way. You are ready on your way, on your own way. And that is just honoring what your soul is telling you. It's honoring what your soul is telling you, because honestly, this is one of my teachers say, like, when that portal comes and you don't hop into the portal, you're not making it in the way of like the elevating, and you're just kind of like being like, okay, bye, see you later. But later will probably not come in the same kind of portal for like who knows how many years, okay, in the strength of the portal. So jump into it. It's time to jump. It's time to jump. It's time to trust. It's just time. It's time. And there's a lot happening in the throat. So speak up. Speak up your truth, even if you put like a stone in front of you and you're just speaking. So this is like this is like something that you can do if you are putting a piece, something of your childhood, okay? Like, that you're declaring this, if you're declaring this, and just put like a stone in there and just begin to talk to whoever it is that harmed you, or you harm them, or whatever, and like take all the shit out. Because the throat. All right, let me just go back into these teachings, okay? The throat is one of the most challenging parts of the awakening process, because we have been conditioned or seen as growing up as not even saying our truth, not talking. So you're cutting off the circulation, you're cutting off the energy from here into here. The upper triangle, the upper chakras, is really what connects you up to like higher realms on the way. The lower chakras is what connects you to the earth, okay? We need both axes to be very clear and very flowy. So if you're here and you're cutting off like the airway in a way, you're not being able to connect as quicker, as flowy as you can if you don't speak that up, okay? So in the process of awakening that we have been going through, the throat just needs to be expressed. The throat needs to just be open like this and just like let it all out, okay? When you let it out, your ancestors let it out. When you let it out, you heal all these things that you did not say as a kid, or as a teenager, or as a young adult, or as an adult in your life. Because then the channels begin to open up, and then your truth, the one that comes from the heart space, the one that comes from like the inner you, that strength, that power, the life force energy, that truth can actually come out. Okay, it cannot come out if you still like holding everything there. And trust me, then when you have been saying yes to your journey and everything is opening up within you, there's moments where you just want to say it and you cannot keep it in. You cannot keep it in. Even if you like hide your face, you still say it. But so here it is, just say it. Just put like a little stone in there if you want, and just say those things that you have been wanting to say. You don't need to go tell the person. But you can tell like a stone or something that you can cleanse the energy afterwards. Or if you want to like putting in a piece of paper, just tear the paper in words, outspoken words, and then burn it. You can do the same thing, but let that shit out. Because again, that's heavy. If you're, for example, if you're here and then you're going here, that heaviness will like pull you down, okay? We don't want you to be pulled down. You want to be light to meet these energies, to meet that transition point and help the timeline. So let the heaviness out. And that is, that the heart, of course, like the womb and all these things, but like what is very important right now in this transformation is to speak from the heart and speak what was traumatic for you and let it go, okay? If you need some kind of support in saying those kinds of things, send me a message. We can have a call, or call somebody, tell somebody, have somebody around you that you deeply trust, and then you can have that space be holy for you, okay? Because many things could come up, okay? This is part of shadow work, and for some, shadow work might not be as easy as it is for others, okay? So this is very gentle, like take care of yourself, have some kind of support. It's powerful when you do this work with somebody else, and somebody else is holding you and witnessing you. Unless you've been doing this for so long and you can do it by yourself, that's a different story. But I myself included, like when I'm going through really deep processes and I'm doing this, like I have my boyfriend right next to me, and he's witnessing that. So again, this just is completely up to you, okay? But let those things up, because again, it can pull you down. You want to elevate rather than be heavy as you transitioning into this. There's something else. Earthy, okay? An earthy element. Ooh, the earth. Connect with the earth in whichever way it is that you can connect with the earth. Because then she can help you again, like, yes, we're helping timelines, but at the same time, what is happening, we're still rooting into the system of the earth, like a new version of the earth, okay? So you still gotta be like present with the earth and rooted, just like you're open up to the upper realms, right? To the universe in a way. So connect with the earth in whichever way that it is you connect with the earth. Could be by going to nature, right? Like the most simple and direct way to connect with earth, or it can even be through your food, okay? We all eat. I mean, most of us. Some people don't, they're like just through the breath, but like most of us eat, all right? You can connect with the earth through the food. If you don't have time to go to nature or something like that. So connect, because every single food, fruits and vegetable has come from the earth. And it's been nurtured from the earth. So there's a connector from the food into the earth. So you can connect to the earth for that. So again, you're rooted. As we're hopping these timelines, you're not only opened up to the upper dimensions, but you're also opening up to the new aspect of the earth. Okay? So that is very important as you transition into this new version of you. And now set up your intentions. It's like part of you is dying and part of you is rebirthing, okay? So set up your intentions for the new life in a way that is happening, and at the same time be grateful for the previous life that you had. It really is like a rebirth process, you guys. It really is a rebirth process. So have the intentions for this new rebirth. And also make peace. This is again why we're making peace. Make peace with the older version of yourself. Give it thanks, It's very powerful to mourn also, because there's something that we have lost in a way until somebody really transitions and exits this plane, But it doesn't need to be like that. You can mourn that part of you, giving thanks for everything that has been. And then you can also welcome the other one with these new intentions. Again, intentions in the present tense, I am, or I, etc. Okay? No, like my intentions will be that, no, like I am blank, and just go into it, yeah? I think there's something else coming. Okay, so the ancestors are guiding you to have a candle, like a white candle. This is what I'm seeing, like a white candle. Put a white candle right there. If you can put the names of your ancestors, if you know them, or you're just like the intentions to connect with them, okay? The intention is that through that light, through that candle, the ancestors can make peace with whatever it is that they were still working through you, okay? And for you to be the access point for their healing. So then as you're coming into this new version of yourself, you're not carrying any more that of theirs, all right? So again, that will be lighter. So then when you can use the air element to float into the new version of yourself, right? So white candle, if another candle calls you out, but the thing is like to use that as the access point, the guiding light, the guiding light for yourself, for your ancestor. This is also a way of honoring them, all right? So there is the candle, there's the connecting with the earth, there's also the sun energy, using that as like the access point for you to jump into this new portal, all right, to like guide you inwards, making peace for whatever it was, like this is also the air element speaking it out, just make sure you're safe, all right? Like The most important thing is that you feel safe and that you are safe, all right? If you don't feel safe, and it's a way that the being is saying like, I can't do this right now. And if you go into it, I cannot promise you what will happen. You know, it might not be like very nice, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, like set up a call with me or something, or like call somebody that can help you through that. Okay, it's very important. And I think there's all the elements. Yeah, just let your emotions come through. That's it. You know, it's like the work with the elements, you guys. This is what this is all leading into. So powerful. Ooh, okay, here's another thing, because like there is this like this thing passing through the heart, and there is this whole way in your heart, in our hearts, you know. Your heart is connected to mine. Your heart is connected to every single human being on this planet. And there is just like the whole way is open. The whole way to walk into it and go into this portal, right? As I was saying, like once you connect with the sun, it really like directs you inwards. So that's where it is. There it is. The whole way where it's leading you into this womb of transformation as you're hopping into this new timeline with the portal of tomorrow. It's already opened within the heart space, and it's just about going inwards, just going inwards, you know. Even if you feel like after the live video you're just like, okay, I'm gonna chill, I'm probably gonna do that. I'm gonna chill and going inwards, like journey within your being. You're so prepared, you're so guided, and it's time. It's time, because as it happens, it's tomorrow with the new you, with this new portal. It's just like magical, really, in whichever sense that comes for you, you know. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, awesome. Please let me know how tomorrow goes. I love to hear from you, your experiences. Remember about the sun energy, all right, the earth energy, like the words, the spoken words, and the candle, right? And the candle. And like, I'm so excited for you. I am so excited for you, because it's just like, whew. Yes, like you got this, you know, you got this. We all do anyway. Like again, all the ancestors have been preparing the work for us, and in a way made it more simple for us. And here we are. Every single person that has been working on the cells or activating different portals have been working and leading up to tomorrow. And so yeah, just hop into it. Like swim into your own divinity and enjoy. You know, it might sound so serious at times, but it's all about enjoying, because your inner child also needs that joy, you know, like the inner child is also traveling with you. If it's also serious, it's gonna be like, you know, not very happy. So enjoy, bring playfulness into it, and just enjoy the new you. It's just like, oh, so good. All right, I love you. Yeah, starting March, every day I'm sending a light language message on the Telegram group that I already have. So if you would like to receive this Monday through Friday, sign up for it. Well, add yourself to the group. You can go into the click in the link in my bio, and it shows right there, Telegram group. It's called Messages of Light. And at this moment, I'm not doing that yet, but I have just been sending different kinds of messages. But starting March, which is next week, holy smokes, which is next week, I'll be sending like daily light language messages for all of us to continue to raise together and elevate the vibrations, and for you to like feel more balanced and supported in the journey, all right? So I hope to see you there, and I hope that you enjoy it. And anything else, I'm here for you, you know, if you'd like to have a call or support or whatever, set up a remembrance call. And I love you. You got this. Let's do it. And please let me know how it goes. All right. Enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your week. Enjoy the new you in this portal transformation, divine. And I'll see you later, all right? Ciao, peace.